Welcome to the Ultimate Music Teachers Productivity and Profitability Podcast. I'm your host, Glory St. Germain. Tune in to discover how you can unleash your teaching potential and turn your passion for music education into profit. Let's dive in. Welcome, incredible music educators, to the Ultimate Music Teachers Productivity and Profitability Podcast. I'm your host, Glory St. Germain, and today marks not just another episode of the empowering final episode of 2023, but it's really about unleashing your music teaching superpowers and the 4 R's to rock your 2024 and help you transform your music teaching business for your best year ever. So let's dive into actionable strategies that celebrate the community that we've built at ultimatemusicteachers.com. So get ready to be inspired. You know, it's like Tony Robbins says, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. So are you ready to unleash your teaching superpowers? Let's do this. Let's start with the first R, reflection. Think back to January 2023. What were your goals? Did you aim to master a new teaching technique or perhaps grow your student base? Whatever it was, let's give a round of applause for your efforts. Remember, in music, as in life, it's not just about the notes you hit, but it's the passion with which you play them. And how did you celebrate your wins, no matter how small? Even if your goal was not to mix up Bach and rock, that's a win. Let's celebrate that. So here's your tip number 1 for 2024. Create a win wall. And you can even share this inside our Ultimate Music Teachers Facebook group. I'd love to see your pictures. Create a win wall, a space where you post notes of every success, big or small. In fact, I'm going to do this too, and I'll share my picture in our Facebook group. So we're going to create a win wall, a space where you post notes of every success, big or small. It's a visual reminder of how far you've come. Celebrate every win. Remember, even a semitone progress deserves a full octave of celebration, right? And fine-tune your goals. Were your goals in harmony with your values? Aligning your teaching methods with your personal symphony is really key. Think about this: encore performances. What successes do you want to repeat? You know, it's okay to play that triumphant tune again, right? If it works, then keep doing it. And keep a Bravo journal. You know, jot down every success, every student breakthrough. It's your personal playlist of victories. So the second R is realization. And this is where we face the music. What worked? What didn't work? And the valuable lessons in between, right? Maybe your online classes hit a high note and they were amazing, they were awesome, and you love it. Or perhaps the rhythm wasn't quite right in your group sessions and you want to really explore learning how to become better at teaching group classes, right? It's like playing a complex piece. You know, some parts just flow smoothly and others not so much. Ask yourself, what worked well in your teaching methods and what didn't? Maybe that kazoo choir, you know, wasn't the best idea. Interesting, but maybe not the best idea. You know what I mean? So in your teaching diary, note what works, what doesn't, and ideas for new approaches. It's like composing. Sometimes you need to rewrite a few bars to make that melody shine. So think about this. The improvisation factor. Sometimes off-script teaching methods yield the best results. So did you improvise this year? What about dissonant lessons? Not every note played is in tune, and that's okay. What missteps taught you valuable lessons? Reflect on that. Harmonization techniques. Identify what strategies harmonized best with your teaching style. Because even though we may all take the same professional development courses, we still all have our own unique personalities and our own unique teaching styles. So, tip number 2 for 2024 is create a lesson learned symphony. A lesson learned symphony that leads to a beautiful composition of experience. For every challenge, compose a small change in your teaching strategy. It's like improvising in jazz. Sometimes the unplanned notes create the most beautiful music. So now it's time for our favorite R, rejuvenation. Woo! Rejuvenation is not just about the spa days, although spa days are great, and in fact, my favorite, but how will you rejuvenate your mind, your body, your soul? Maybe try meditating to the soothing sounds of Beethoven. Or is it Beyonce for you? Rejuvenation is rest time in the symphony of teaching, and it is essential for us as music educators. So, a few ideas. It might be melodic meditation, practice mindfulness, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, just so you can tune your mind, right? Physical fortissimo, get moving, dance, stretch, or simply conduct an imaginary orchestra for your health, right? We need to keep moving. Soulful soirees, connect with fellow music educators, join our Ultimate Music Teachers community. We're here to jam with you, right? That brings us to tip number 3 for 2024. And this is a big one. Schedule me time into your calendar. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but treat it as an unmissable appointment, like a concert with Mozart, or perhaps it was Mozart's ghost, but whatever. Moving to rejuvenation. Teaching music is a dance of the mind, body, and soul. And you need to really think about how will you rejuvenate? For you, perhaps a nature walk, or perhaps diving into a new musical piece that you want to play just for fun. Or try a tea and tempo break. Sip your favorite tea while listening to your favorite music, whatever tempo works for you and resonates with you. It's really about refreshing for the soul. So schedule me time, like a student's lesson, and it's non-negotiable. You can't fit anything else in there, just block it off. Whether it's meditating or mastering a new piano piece, rejuvenation keeps your baton waving smoothly. And we need that, right? And finally, the most proactive R is resolution. So let's compose our 2024 masterpiece. What are your goals for 2024? Perhaps mastering that elusive Chopin piece, or maybe just remembering where you put your metronome. As we compose the opening bars of 2024, ask yourself, what's your grand opus? What do you really, truly desire? Do you want more students? Do you want to launch a workshop? Do you want to compose a new piece of music? Do you want to write a course? Do you want to create a program? Write these resolutions in bold fortissimo. Pin them up on the wall, right, where you can see them. Setting the stage. What are your grand goals for 2024? Dream big and write your own score. Practice makes perfect. So identify daily practices that will lead you to your goals. And here's the big thing. Consistency is key. If you really want to achieve something, you need to be consistent with your action steps, right? And sustain the momentum. How will you keep the energy going? Remember, a fermata doesn't mean stop. It means pause, sustain, right? You can do this, and we can do it together. The final tip number 4 for 2024 is create a vision concerto. Visualize your SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Set your SMART goals as a grand performance. Visualize it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And what does it sound like when you've achieved it? Break down your resolutions into actionable steps. And remember, even Beethoven didn't compose his symphonies in one day. And he probably lost his metronome too, just like the rest of us. Where did I leave that thing? Now, break down your resolutions into 30, 60, and 90-day goals. And these are your musical scales that lead to a harmonious year. And remember, accountability is the key. Our Ultimate Music Teachers community, our Facebook group, and our coaching programs inside the Ultimate Music Theory certification course, Elite Educator program, and our Ultimate Music Teachers membership, we are here not only for coaching calls, but also for community and courses and teacher training. And we are here to help you to keep your tempo steady, right? We want to keep going. We want to achieve our goals. So as we crescendo towards the end of our 2023 symphony, remember, you're not alone in this. It's not a solopreneur business. You're an entrepreneur. And our Facebook group, our courses and coaching at ultimatemusicteachers.com are your orchestra supporting your solo performance. So before we take a bow in our finale, remember, even Beethoven had to erase a note or two. So if your 2023 composition had a few scratches, don't worry about it. 2024 is your blank sheet of music. Write a music teaching symphony that is going to rock the world, or at least rock your music teaching studio, right? I'm so excited that you are joining me here. And thank you so much for tuning in, because I want to help you and inspire you and all of the guests that we have on our Ultimate Music Teachers podcast to make 2024 a year where our music teaching not only survives, but thrives and jives. I like a little bit of jazz there. So Happy New Year, happy 2024, and keep those teaching tempos terrific. Remember, in music, as in life, it's not just about reaching the final note, it's about enjoying the journey of the melody. So stay tuned for more incredible episodes of the Ultimate Music Teachers Productivity and Profitability podcast. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe, comment, share, and join our Ultimate Music Teachers community. Until next time, I'm Lori St. Germain. Teach with passion. Thanks for listening to the Ultimate Music Teachers Productivity and Profitability podcast. Together, we can transform lives through the power of music education. I invite you to explore what's possible for your musical journey inside our UMT community. Simply join our Ultimate Music Teachers private Facebook group, where we network, answer questions, host live events, and connect on a deeper level. Here's to your ultimate music teaching success with productivity and profitability. Till next time, teach with passion.